So folks, once again, Greeno has been let out after dark. Seems to be happening with increasing regularity, doesn't it? Very strange. Anyway, where am I today? Well, behind me, you can see a pyramid. But I'm not in Egypt. Not in Mexico. Not anywhere else they have pyramids. Where else they have pyramids? Not sure. I'll tell you one place where I am sure though. Stockport. That's right. I'm here in Stockport at the Royal Nawaab. This is the UK's largest Asian buffet restaurant. Might even be the largest buffet restaurant altogether, to be honest with you. This has been open probably about a year now, I reckon, and I've not been here to eat the food before. It's quite near Manchester Airport, if you can hear a plane going over my head. But yeah, I'm excited to get in and try this. Apparently they have an enormous range of dishes. It's sort of Pakistani and Indian food, loads of different starters, loads of different mains, and a really good dessert section too. So I'm excited to try this. As you can see, it's all lit up beautifully because it's dark. Let's get inside and find out what it's all about, shall we? So thanks, I have come in and been seated. Now I've picked to come at 5 PM, the minute they open. Already there's people sat out in the lobby waiting to come in. People are starting to come in now and filling up their plates right from the outset. It is a beautifully designed restaurant in here. And there's so many seats. It's huge. It's kind of like, you know, it looks like the sort of place you'd expect in Vegas or somewhere. Decorated beautifully, nice little bit of ambient music. And already, like I say, as people come in and there's a really nice sort of buzz and hum of activity around. Now, I've been and had a quick little zip along. I mean, I don't know how anyone could get through all of the items here. These sort of silver domed serving kind of dishes. They go as far as the eye can see. There's a huge range of stuff. At one end, you've got all the starters. I've been advised the pani puri are really worth trying, so we'll go for some of them. So we get all those little startery kind of things. Then you move into the mains, of which there are a bunch of different curries all made up. There's a whole section that's vegetarian curries only, which is really, really good to know. And there's also live cooking stations as well. And some chef specials, which are kind of like, they're not in the serving dishes because they make them probably a bit more regularly, keep them up to date. But you can also get lamb chops and lamb steaks and all that kind of stuff, cooked fresh to order. Not only that, a dessert section with a ton of different desserts. So it is all going on. Now, I've got myself a Diet Pepsi in a vase, which is just fine. It's a Diet Pepsi after all. Now this place, I believe it's actually sort of Pakistani owned, even though they serve a mixture of Pakistani and Indian food. So they don't serve alcohol. So just be aware of that if you do come here. Your drinks are limited to soft drinks, mocktails, milkshakes, that kind of thing. Right, well I'm going to go up and have a little mooch about and pick some startery kind of stuff first. I'm excited to try this. Before I do that though, of course, let's talk about the price. Now, this is £30.99 for adults and £14.99 for children under the age of 12. In fact, under 5s, I think, are free or even a sort of even more discounted rate. Now that is a little bit more expensive than most buffets I've featured doing this kind of range of stuff. A lot of the ones I've done are in the sort of £11 to £15 range, all you can eat, and you kind of get what you pay for. This is double that. So I'm hoping we're going to get some real quality on show here. Let's go find out, shall we? So folks, how exciting. Been up and got my starter plate. The very first thing that I've got off the grill, as soon as I was making my way along the line, there was a guy there with the chicken kebabs here on the skewer, just come off the grill, and he was like just slicing it off and putting it onto people's plates. So I got some of that here. What else have I got? Some kind of lamb kebab, potato pakora, there's a chicken wing, there's some masala fish, different kind of chicken tikka, and I got some of these little pickled chilies, you know, the kind you get in kebabs in the kebab shop? Some of them, pickled jalapeno, and for those of you playing the Greeno Eats drinking game, a cornichon. Get it down you. Unfortunately, I can't join you this evening. As I said, no booze here, so I'll have a little slurp of Coke. On top of that, we have the pani puri here as well. the beautiful kind of little milk churn that's filled with the liquid that you're supposed to tip into these things. I think we'll do that first. Delicate little shells. Always got a little filling in. This looks like it's something to do with chickpeas, maybe? Sometimes you get a bit of sev in there for a little bit of extra crunch. Let's see. Fill that up. Not too much. Otherwise, it will all end up down my front, undoubtedly. And the idea, really, is you basically pop it in one, and relatively quickly, before the water soaks through the outer coating. That is really very tasty, actually. Such a crispy coating on the outside. The inside, nice and soft, that filling, and cold. And there's quite a nice contrast between the textures there. This is a fiery little number, let me tell you. Oh, there's tamarind in there, there's chilli in there, and it has got a little bit of poke. I don't mind that, as you well know. Okay, where are we going to start with this? Do you know what? I'm going to go with this little chicken wing. Somehow or other, I've managed to dunk it into some raita sauce, so we'll run with that. See how easily that comes away from the bone? Nice crispy coating on the outside there with some sesame seed as well. For a tiny little bit of texture, more for flavour. And that chicken is soft and succulent and juicy. Oh, that is good. We're going to go for that chicken kebab because I don't want that to get cold. Like I said, it was freshly grilled. It's cut through it. Again, feels lovely and soft. Oh, you can smell all the herbs and spices that have got into that. The flavour is great. One thing I will say, quite often chicken mince has a slightly unusual texture when you eat it. This doesn't suffer too badly from that, but it's a very different, it's kind of like, I don't know, smoother and therefore feels a bit spongier than maybe lamb mince would or beef mince. There's a good whack of chilli in there again. And it goes very, very nicely with the raita. Winner, winner, chicken dinner so far. We'll carry on the chicken theme with this final chicken item. Some kind of chicken tikka, but it's marinated in a white sauce rather than a reddy, orangey one. Cooked beautifully. Really, really is. So soft. Quite delicate spicing to the outside. I really like it. Indian food doesn't have to be about chili and punchy flavours. It can be delicate flavours too. Yeah, I'm impressed by that. Right, where are we going to go next? We'll go with the most delicate thing that's left, I think. We got some masala fish here, which is a battered fish with some masala spices. Now, apologies for all the people wandering around in the background. This is a buffet. Normally, in a restaurant situation, if people are sat still, I try and blur them out. So if people are just wandering around here everywhere, it's simply not going to be possible. So if you're starring in the video, hello. Okay, this is the first item that, you know, I'm not mad about. It's quite salty. The batter isn't terribly crispy. I'm not sure what fish it is. But yeah, that one's not for me. I'm sure other people must like it. This is on their menu here, and they apparently keep their menu relatively up to date, depending on people's preferences, which is a good touch. The potato pakora. It's a bit like a potato scallop I had with Danny recently, isn't it? It's a bit thinner. Nice enough. Not crispy batter, quite a soft batter. Obviously, potato being cooked very thin, it's very easy to cook. There's no issue with any raw potato or anything in there. That's rather good. And then this lamb thing, do you know what? It looks a bit like a pineapple ring. Look at it. So this is some kind of lamb kebab. I've never seen a lamb kebab shaped like that before. That's interesting. It's got quite a lot of veggies in it. Again, quite heavily spiced. There's a good whack of chilli in there again. But for a lamb thing, it's not overly lamby. Here on the side, I've got a thing that's called imli sauce. It's a dark-looking sauce. And that's adding a nice sweetness to the dish. I've got to say, I'm impressed with this. I really am. If that was served to you as a starter kind of platter in a reasonably smart Indian restaurant, you'd be happy with it. And I like these little pickled bits as well. They kind of cut through everything, including the cornichon. Right, I'm going to polish this off. Then it's time for mains. Oh. Now, I was going to break this down just into 3 sections, really. Starter, main, dessert. But I think you might have to strap yourself in, because this might end up being a bit of a longer video. Because I've just gone up, and I've got a little bit of lamb biryani. Then I asked the guy for a lamb chop. And I was just going to put one bit on the side and then fill up with a bit more curry. But they're giving me 2 pieces of lamb chop on here. So I thought, well, let's just do that first, and then we'll go in for the curry afterwards. Oh, and you only live once, don't you? Now, obviously, you know the rules here. Don't fill up on too much starchy stuff, too many carbs. But a lamb biryani, that's not just rice, is it? So, fragrant. The rice is very nicely cooked. There's almost a citrusy element in there. Again, a back note of chili. It's savoury and fruity at the same time. Quite small pieces of lamb in there, but that's okay. I mean, I've got 2 great big lamb chops sat next to it, haven't I? So much more interesting than just putting normal rice on your plate. I mean, if you're in a buffet place like this, why not? You know, if you're at home, yeah, you're not going to make a biryani to go with your curry or whatever. But if you're here, why go for plain pilau or something like that? When you can get something a little bit more interesting. Right, lamb chops. Do I act a bit more refined and cut some off? I'm going to, I think. But don't think that's going to stop me picking it up and gnawing the bone in a minute. This was freshly grilled to order while I watched. Tandoori spices on the side there. It's obviously been marinated in them with some yogurt. Softens the meat. And they're not the thickest chops in the world. You wouldn't expect them to be. Because, you know, it's an expensive piece of meat. They have absolutely packed that with flavour. They really have. I mean, can you see how easily that's just cutting away? I mean, I've been fortunate to have some really nice lamb chops on the channel. I went to Gymkhana in London. They got 3 lamb chops, which are still the best lamb chops I've ever eaten. But they cost me £69 for 3 of them. These are part of a £30.99 buffet. You could just keep asking for them, I guess. Okay, folks, strap in. This is not what I was intending to do. But I was up there getting some more curry, and I thought I'd focus on the chicken ones at this stage. So I've got a chicken biryani as the rice element here, chicken vindaloo, a little bit of chicken balti, and some chicken korma. Just to give a complete range, all the way from korma to vindaloo. And as I was doing that, one of the chefs came over to me and said, would you like to try some of our chef specials? The ones that are at the back. So I've also got a lamb balti here and something else with lamb, and I don't even know what it is, but it looks amazing. A bit of fresh coriander, fresh chili over the top. Then they said, if you're going to have those, you've got to get some garlic naan. So I went down, and this is freshly cooked garlic naan. And we've also got a kulcha naan here. This has got egg and potato and sesame and all that kind of stuff in it. Oh, I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, I really am. So we've tried the lamb biryani. Let's try the chicken one, see how that differs, aside from the protein that's in it. Definitely a lighter flavour. The herbs in there come through a bit more in this one. And it has actually got a nice bit of chilli in there. That's what I like about this place. Even though it's a buffet, everything is being injected with flavour. The meats are all tender. The spicing is good. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move around this way, from the korma up to the vindaloo. No point doing it the other way around, is there? Wouldn't taste a blooming thing. So, I mean, again, see that chicken? I just stuck my fork in it. It falls apart. Very delicate flavour there. Now, korma sauce, I normally expect it to be a little thicker than this. And use the nuts in there as the kind of thickening agent. But you can believe me, it has still got that delicate flavour to it. Now, I would never order a korma, generally speaking. I always describe it as like having chicken in your custard. But I don't mind this, particularly when it's paired with that biryani, because that biryani has flavour of its own. And the combination of the two, again, putting that little bit of extra chilli in, does work. Onto this, the sort of balti chicken. Now, this to me looks like chicken thigh, which I think is a smart move. More moist, more flavour. So that's with a thicker sauce. Really clings to the chicken. It's actually quite fragrant as this kind of dish goes. Oh, I like it. You can't knock the cookery on that chicken at all. Lovely and soft. The balance of the spicing. I mean, there's a little bit of chilli in there, but it's not detracting from the flavours or anything else. Right, now onto the bad boy of the bunch. The naughty big brother, the chicken vindaloo. There we go. I don't know why I've got a knife. Don't need one. Come on, let's get a bit of this sauce. A bit of this chicken. That's a creeper. The way it starts out, you're thinking, is that really a vindaloo? It doesn't taste like it's got enough fire behind it. Because a proper vindaloo isn't just about fire though, is it? Again, it's a balance of flavours. You've got vinegar in it. For me, I would like a little bit more punch to that. But, I mean, if you didn't tell me there was supposed to be a vindaloo, and just told me it was a chicken curry of some kind, I would happily wolf down a bowl of it, let me tell you. It's tasty. It is tasty. Really, really attentive around here as well. You know, sometimes you go to a buffet, and you go and you get your starter plate, and you put it to one side, and then you get your main plate, and you're stacking it on top of your starter plate. Not here. They're really on the ball. There's a team of serving staff around, walking the floor all the time, checking everything's okay. I like it. Right. Lamb balti. Now we're going to put the cutlery down with this one, because we're going to go in with the bread. The garlic naan. And we're going to go the way I'm advised by many of you. So you're supposed to go use the bread as a tool to pick up your curry. So here we go. That, wow. Oh, I can't even pick up the biggest lump of the lamb. There's such big chunks of it in there. That, my friends, that little lamb balti, that little bowl there, is a bowl of happiness as far as I'm concerned. Similar to the chicken one. The gravy, sauce, whatever you want to call it, really clings to the meat. It's a delicate balance of flavours. There's nothing really that smashes you and goes, you know, I'm clove or I'm coriander. Everything in there is balanced. Nice background heat, not overpowering background heat. Goodness. And the lamb is obviously slow cooked enough to be tender. Colour me impressed with that one. Now this one, I don't even really know where it is. It doesn't really seem to have a sauce as such, more of a marinade, and then it's topped with the fresh items there. So let's see if I can just pick up a piece of the lamb and go in like that. I think I'm going to have to be a bit careful with this, Because I think, yeah, this is lamb on the bone. And do you know what? I could tell that straight away, even though the piece I had didn't have any bone in it. The lamb flavour in the dish is intense. So I am going to go in with the cutlery on this one, because I don't want to end up chewing a big piece of lamb. I mean, look at the size of these pieces of lamb. I like this one even better than that one, because of that intensity of the lamb flavour. Good Lord. Well, it keeps on coming, doesn't it? I've not tried the colton on yet. You can see here, sesame on it. We'll have egg and potato in the bread. Dip it into the curry. More of a chew to this one than the garlic and coriander naan. A bit more of a sweetness, and that sesame flavour really comes through. Goodness me. This is good. Right. The apologies off. I really ought to think about making my way to the dessert section now, rather than more mains. But I've got to make it past that chef first. He likes me trying things, I tell you that. Okay, guys. This place is packed. We are now, 6:15, so I've been here a while, munching my way through things. I managed to avoid the chef on my way to the dessert station. So I asked for their recommendations, and I've got two things, neither of which I think I've ever had before. So this one here is called Fernie, or something like that. It is a chilled rice pudding with pistachio on top. That sounds right up my strata. This one here is called Faluda, and I've never heard of this. In fact, I've even had to Google it to find out what it is. So it says it's a Mughlai cold dessert made with vermicelli, traditionally made with mixing rose syrup, vermicelli, and sweet basil seeds with milk, and often served with ice cream. This is exactly what they've done here. Nice little scoop of ice cream in the top of it. So there we go. You learn something every day. Faluda. Never had it. Just about to have it. So let's see if we can dig in. Oh, it's very moist. It's kind of got the consistency of a yogurt, but with seeds in it. So that's the basil seeds. I can see where the vermicelli in there is too. What an unusual thing. Come on, let's try a little bit of it all together with the ice cream. See what we think. It's very sweet, but you know what? I like it. So it's like a very thin custard, flavoured with cardamom and other kind of fragrant spices like that. The vermicelli noodles in there are really soft. Well, they kind of give a little bit of texture to the dish. Seeds in there, kind of almost crunch between your teeth. A bit like a slightly larger version of a raspberry seed would do. I tell you what, it's really nice. I think this is a good sized portion of it. Like I say, it is quite sweet. We wouldn't want a huge portion of it, but it is good. Let me tell you, I am finishing that off any second now. I want to show you this Fernie as well. So, I mean, you can see how set it is. I love the pistachios over the top. Pistachio and rice pudding, I think, has the potential to be brilliant. Now that's interesting. I expected that to be firmer. This is where it differs to a British rice pudding. It's made with crushed rice. You can feel it. Not grainy, but you can feel the granularity of it because it's soft. So it's not like gritty or anything like that. Reasonably sweet. The pistachios had a lovely texture and a phenomenal flavour to it. Bloody hell, stick a pin in me, I'm done, you know? It is a shame that I'm not like a cow with 4 stomachs. I might look like I am, but there is only one in there, believe me. Because there are loads of things here that I haven't tried that I'd love to. Plenty along those main courses. What did I try? 3 of the chicken curries, 2 of the lamb specials, out of, God, there must be about 80. I can see why this place is so popular, I really can. And there's a nice mix of people here too. I would say probably about a 50-50 split between Asian and non-Asian customers. If people are coming here to eat their own food, it's got to be good, right? Right, I'm going to finish these up, pay my bill, and sum up. And apologies if this has been a longer video, but there's just so much to eat. And I've barely scratched the surface. Finished up there, got my bill and paid my bill. In total, £34.44 for the buffet there, and the Diet Pepsi at £3.45, which I don't think is expensive really. What a great feed. What an absolutely great feed. And what I love about this place is it's a notch up on your normal buffet. Now, most of the Asian buffets I've been to have been at the lower end of the scale, and they've been very, very hit and miss. More miss than hit, if we're honest. Now, the best buffet I've ever been to was in Narbonne. And that's, you know, with the French cookery and whatever. And that's just a different level. You can't compare that and this, really, I don't suppose. But what this was really, really good Indian and Pakistani food. A huge range. I mean, you saw the amount I had, barely scratched the surface. I'm gonna have to come back one day, aren't I, and do some more, because it's just so good. Now, how easy is it to go to a curry place, okay? You order 1 starter, 1 curry, share a rice, and get a bread. Have you done 30 quid? You probably have, haven't you? Best part of £31. And you eat as much as you like, pick what you like, try different things, and it's a great way of trying things you wouldn't normally try. You just grab a couple of bits of each protein from it. You saw that on my chicken plate. Just 2 pieces of chicken from the vindaloo, from the korma. You try them, you see if you like them, and it informs your decision when you next go to a regular curry house. You think, oh, I tried that, I enjoyed it, I'll try it again. And if you don't enjoy it, well, what have you lost in a place like this? You go and get something else. I say we're now coming up towards 6:45, so I've been in there just over an hour and a half. There's no pressure to clear your table. I mean, obviously they're going to have multiple bookings through the evening, but I reckon they're giving you a couple of hours in there probably. What did amuse me in there, and you find this with every buffet place, people going in and piling their plates high, you know? Why do that? Just keep going back. You get a few steps in between, it probably helps. But yeah, it's getting a great mountain of food like that, and you can't even get to the stuff at the bottom. Just go and get 2 or 3 plates of it. A much better idea. Anyway, I digress. We're here to talk about the Royal Nawaab. I'm going to come up with a score for this. I think it's a good 9.5 out of 10. I really do. I'd say the only thing that there were a couple of things that weren't quite as I'd have liked them, but they were minor things, and therefore they're not worth taking a great deal off the score. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10, I think. I liked it that much. And for the price, when you could come here, what's that? As a family of 4, right? Even if you've got teenage kids and they're paying full price, you're going to eat for less than 150 quid. And there's not many places that you can eat food of this quality and in that volume for less than 150 quid, is there? Yeah, really enjoyed it. It's the Nawaab, the Royal Nawaab, I apologise, in the Pyramid, in Stockport, just outside of Manchester. If you're ever in this part of the world and you fancy a curry, you know, you've got the Curry Mile 4 or 5 miles up the road, but this place, I tell you what, come and give it a try. It's stylish inside, great attentive staff, great food, and fill your boots. Love it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed eating here, don't forget to click a thumbs up on there. And if you're new around here, why not take a little look around the vault, see what else you enjoy, click the subscribe button, ding your bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Right, where am I off to next? back to my hotel, I think. A bit of a lie down. Maybe a little walk first. Walk some of that off. Oh, really good though. Anyway, I'll see you next time, folks. Bye for now.